Hey everyone, Coach Rebecca here, going live on Facebook and Instagram. So we're going to see how this goes. So I wanted to jump on here because I know that a lot of people might have a lot of questions about what's going on and where, what happens from here with programming and classes. So again, I'm trying to look at both screens here, so this is going to be interesting. So first, I just wanted to thank you for joining today and watching this live. Hopefully you guys are enjoying all of our social media activities, everything that you can do online or on YouTube. We have our fitness classes at 1 o'clock. We have class posted at 3 o'clock. We also everything that we post is available on our website and on YouTube. Also in our emails that are sent out every Friday. Tiger Woods was going to join my live, but I told him there's going to be way too many people here, so I don't want to overwhelm him. I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a little bit to find out if we have any questions before I really go into what's going to happen from here. I think I have one person watching on Facebook and 2 people watching on Instagram, so. The pictures, it's so funny. I wish you guys could see it from this side because the pictures are way different pictures. The Facebook picture looks a lot brighter and there's more in it, and then the Instagram picture is a little bit darker. I hope that you all are enjoying everything that we've been posting. We had our Takeover Tuesday yesterday with our new program and events manager. I'm very excited to have her on board from Washington, D.C., and very excited for all that we have that's going to happen moving forward, and once we get through all this. And I think for me personally, one thing that I've learned about everything that's been going on is that it's important to read more. I think there's a lot more that we can enhance our minds with when you read, and instead of posting up and just watching TV. I have my blue light blocker glasses that I am constantly putting on because I'm in front of a computer so much, in front of our devices. The other thing is that not only are our devices, we're using them so much and we're trying to block our eyes, but we also my computer and all my devices are dying so quickly, so they're both plugged in right now, so I can do this. But obviously as a chapter with the first T and all the other chapters, we're all discovering new and creative ways to get involved and get in front of your students and your children. And, we hope that we're providing some positive activities for them to do outside of class. We know that everyone is super busy. We know that everyone has a lot going on. So, please let us know what we can do to help, what we can provide for you, what we can bring to the fitness classes, what we can bring to the golf classes. We're moving into, our Spring 2 classes. And since there's more people joining, I will share that our Spring 2 classes are all going to be virtual classes. So we will continue to be posting our fitness class at 1 o'clock and then our golf class at 3 o'clock, followed by, we're going to offer 4 classes throughout the week virtually through via Zoom. So we'll have our coaches available to have classes up to 15 students, 20 students in a Zoom at a time. We decided to move that for 6 weeks, so it will be our actual Spring 2 session. And then during those 6 weeks, we'll figure out where we are and what we need to do next. So, I'll just shout out anyone who's watching. I think we have a total of 5 people watching. If you have any questions for me, if you have any comments or any ideas of what you would like to see from us or how we can help, please let us know. Please don't be afraid to reach out to me, via email. We're working with, our older students are creating some really fun and engaging videos. And some of our younger students are creating some, I don't know if anyone caught the Brady Bunch mix up with our staff. And we had 2 of our students put together the background sound for it, so it was really awesome, even though YouTube didn't really like it. But yeah, so please let us know what we can do. Please, we're thinking about you. We're definitely in this together. We're persevering through all of it together, and we will continue on this path, and we'll continue to do virtual classes. We'll continue to provide and be consistent with everything that we have offered. And again, if you have any questions, please let us know. If there's anything that you would like to see different from us, let us know. If you want to join, let us know. If you want to join in any of our Fitness Live classes, if you want to join or submit any videos that you've been doing at, any of the students that have been doing any of our classes at home, please let us know. Please submit them in. Our social media team and our marketing team is working hard on keeping everything exciting and engaging for all of our content. So, I'll just reach out. I don't know if I can. Oh, I think I got one question. I'll show that question. Do you have any new hobbies you developed during this that would previously haven't done? So I will say I have been definitely working out more than I have than in the past. I'm also walking a lot, listening to more music, and reading. So definitely more than I was before. And so it's been really great to focus more on reading things than like watching TV, like I mentioned in the beginning. So it's been really, really exciting to do that. Ooh, what's my favorite core value? This is a good question. So, obviously the obvious answer is my favorite core value is all of them. But I have to say that integrity is definitely one that just resonates really, really well with me. Growing up, I was taught all of our core values, with my parents. But integrity is just, I think, really important in life. Obviously, it's very important on the golf course, but overall through life, you definitely need integrity, because it's not just about doing the right thing. It's not just about doing the right thing when your teacher's watching you, or your parents are watching you, or your siblings are watching you. It's about doing the right thing all of the time, so when no one's watching. So I think that that's just a really important core value that the first tee teaches, because obviously all of them are very important, but integrity is just one that really resonates with me personally. So the next question is, how am I enjoying conducting virtual programming? So it's definitely been, it's definitely a learning lesson. I'm enjoying it because it's a new way to engage our participants and engage our families. And it allows our team, and shout out to our team, because our team has been doing a phenomenal job with being creative and coming up with new ideas and bringing in different games that they might have at home, whether it's using a deck of cards or using dice. So it's been fun. It's challenging, but just because it's a challenge, it makes you want to push harder and work harder to make that challenge a success. So thanks for the question. That's a great question. What's my favorite golf course that I've ever played in the world? Okay. So, I am just gonna say, really, I enjoy Walnut Lane. I don't play as much golf as I used to. So, Walnut Lane, I think, is just a really fun course to play, and it means a lot to play that golf course. I really, when I travel, I'm not the world's number one golf coach here that, brings my golf clubs everywhere. I do not. So, but I know Maggie was watching before, and Maggie and I played a golf course at Pebble Beach, and I don't know, Maggie, if you can remember the name of the golf course, but when we were at Pebble Beach for the Pure Insurance, we went and played another golf course, not Pebble Beach, but it was a beautiful golf course, and it was a public golf course, but it was beautiful, and it was fun to play. It was definitely a different experience playing with all the wind, and so thanks for that question. Let me see here. All right, so we have 5 people watching on Facebook. I don't know if anyone on Facebook has any questions, but the golf course, for everyone watching on Facebook, Maggie did comment and let me know the golf course was Pacific Grove, which is beautiful. It was awesome. I would definitely recommend if you're going to be in Pebble Beach and you can't play Pebble Beach. My next question. Ooh, John F. Byrne Golf Club coming in with really good questions. Who is my hero? That's a tough one. Man, there are a lot of people that can be claimed to be heroes, and that have proven to be heroes. I don't know if I can answer that. I think I want to hear from you guys. Who is everybody else's hero? Who is someone to them that they would consider a hero? I mean, my parents. Shout out to my parents because my parents are watching on Facebook, but. My parents are two people that I definitely learned a lot from, and I look up to my sister. My sister is a mom of 4 beautiful girls, and she is one of the strongest people that I know. I mean, hero is a strong word, and she's definitely a role model. She's someone I look up to and I admire. So Tiger Woods. Is that Eric or Anthony? I don't know who Tiger Woods is, that hero. You guys missed it because I now repeat it. Tiger Woods was going to join me today, but I told him there would be way too many people watching, so I didn't want him to be overwhelmed with questions. So we figured we would do it another time. Again, I'll just repeat this. If anyone has any questions, programming related, if you want to know who my favorite hero is or what my favorite core value is, you can look back on the questions because I did answer those questions. But happy to answer any questions that anyone has. Like I said, we're really excited about all the work that our coaches and our staff has been putting into, just keep up with everything that is going on. And, we'll continue to update our families and make sure that you read and look out for our emails every Friday for our families. And like I said, I'm looking back and forth just so everyone knows, and I'll repeat it again. I'm looking back and forth because I'm live on Facebook and I'm live on Instagram, and I couldn't quite get my screen so I could look at them both at the same time. But a question I got was, how did I get into golf? So I have been playing golf since I was 3 years old. My dad, I guess my dad was a big, I wouldn't say big golfer, but my dad was really a baseball player and a football player in high school. And when I was 3 years old, we were all swimmers and we played golf. And at 3 years old, after I grew up and learned a little bit more about the game of golf, I definitely think that one of my main goals and main purposes was to beat my brother and to outdrive my brother anytime I could. So I worked really, really hard, and I really enjoyed playing golf. I enjoyed being able to spend time with my family. My mom was not a golfer in the family, but my dad, my brother, and my sister and I all played golf. So my mom was really great in their putting skills, but it was a time for us all to kind of be together and play golf. And at the time, I didn't realize how much the game of golf would teach me everything that it's taught me. So, being a female playing golf, I was one of few playing, and where I am now and being in the golf industry, definitely was not at that 3 years old to just beating my brother to now. It's been a great journey, and I really enjoyed playing it. Like I said, I wish I played more golf now than I do, but we'll get there. We'll get there practicing. What am I most excited about in the future? Do you mean, this is the other Maggie, do you mean future after this or future in life? So I'll just answer both things. After all of this, I'm definitely the most excited about seeing our students and being able to, have them come into our classes and use the golf course. Our golf courses, both John F. Byrne and Walnut Lane, are closed. So our superintendents and the staff have been working really hard to maintain the golf course and make sure that no one's sneaking on the golf course, and that the golf course is being respected to its utmost. So when we do return to all this, all of the students can play, and it's in great condition. So I'm definitely just looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to being this is crazy, but I'm looking forward to be at the office, be in the office with all of our staff. Every single day we see each other on virtual staff meetings, but it's way different than being able to like see people and talk to people. So, there's a lot of things I'm looking forward to. I think what I'm looking forward to future in general is just, what happens next. I think that sometimes when you're going through, a situation, or you're going through something that you don't really know that you're growing through it instead of just going through it, there's a lot that's happening to you, and there's a lot that you're learning about yourself, and there's a lot that you're changing, and that you're improving upon, and, making sure it's positive and all that stuff. And then you get a chance to kind of look back and be like, oh, when I went through so-and-so, like, that's when I learned that, actually I can lift heavy weights, or, I can do 50 squats in one day. I actually don't know if I can. I've never tried that. But, you just never know what you're going through, what you're growing about yourself that you're going through at that time. Let's see, we got another question. If you could add one rule to golf, what would you add? If I could add one rule to golf, oof. See, I disagree with the flag stick being able to be kept in. I would put that rule back in that you have to take the flag stick out. That, I don't know if that counts. Eric or Anthony, let me know if you guys don't agree with that. But the question was, what if you could add one rule to golf, what would you add? And I just said to keep the flags, that you have to take the flag stick out. The next question is, what is your favorite shot to hit in golf? Drive, chip, putt? Definitely drive. Definitely driver. That's my favorite, definitely to hit. Now, for all the students that are watching, putting is the most important. Putting and chipping. So even though driving is my favorite, putting and chipping is the most important, because if you can drive the ball really far but you can't get that ball onto the green, then we're struggling a little bit, right? My favorite shot to hit in golf, I guess it's the same question. My favorite shot would be my driver. So, drive for show, putt for dough. Isn't that true? Absolutely. So if no one has any questions on Facebook, or, if we're slowing down on Instagram, like I mentioned before, you guys can definitely reach out to us with any questions that you might have. I know in one of my meetings earlier, someone asked me about the how they can get that towel. This towel is actually from 2017, when our headquarters and First Tee celebrated 20 years. So I put it up because I actually had a Red Sox blanket behind that towel, and it's my grandfather's Red Sox blanket. But I figured we are in Philadelphia, so that's why this towel is up. But yeah, so like I mentioned before, we're gonna keep navigating this where we currently are, and we're gonna learn a lot. We're gonna grow a lot. We're going to continue to impact and continue to make positive changes. And if you guys have any ideas or anything that you want to include, we'll definitely continue. We'll definitely incorporate whatever we can. I got a question. Growing up, who taught you the best lesson in golf? So I had an instructor, Dennis Milne, who actually passed away earlier this year, and he was my junior golf instructor, and he had a great impact on actually my brother and I both. Very influential, very positive, and hardworking. Taught us about hard work. Taught us about how my brother more so than me. My brother was a phenomenal golfer. And he definitely taught us a lot about working hard and how it in golf, you do have to work hard. And when you play golf, you're only playing against the golf course. You're not playing against anyone else but yourself and the golf course. So, just to be your best, to play your best, and to do your best. Who is my favorite golfer? Was the next question. So my favorite golfer is, definitely Phil Mickelson, and I think that I shout out to my dad. My dad is definitely a huge Phil fan, so I just remember, always wanting to watch Phil and always looking for Phil. It's not always about all the wins. It's about the golfer themselves and who they are and what they do. So yeah. So we've done a couple of these, and I think that We're going to continue to do them with other staff members. We've done a couple with our superintendent and with a couple of our coaches. And I wanted to get on, and I just thought it would be good for anyone who has questions about programming, or anyone who has questions about I guess really anything. Definitely let us know. We got another question over on Instagram. What's your favorite type of day at the office? Walk us through the day. So my favorite type of day at the office, when we were in the office, I guess that's a tough question, because I really think that, obviously any time that we have field trips, they are like the coolest thing ever, because the facility and the golf course is just full of students and them having a blast. The coaches, you can hear the coaches almost laughing as much, or if not more, than the students. So it's definitely it's a toss-up. I would say a field trip day followed by classes in the afternoon, which our classes could be like the Caddy Academy or girls golf. If you could just combine all of those classes into one day, that would be the best day. But then also, you've got our awesome events, like the Mike Quick Celebrity Invitational. I guess that's not considered a day at the office, but when you're preparing for them and you're getting ready for them, it's just really exciting to see the event staff and the development staff kind of working together to get everything set up and ready to go, and everyone kind of communicating. We have more staff meetings than usual those days, so or those months or weeks leading up to it. So that's definitely a good question. I want to hear what is everybody else's favorite days at their offices. Like, what do you guys what does everybody else miss about their office sites? I know that we talk about it sometimes. Like, it's great to see our faces. It's great to be having virtual meetings, and I think that we talk about it often, that there's a lot that we're learning about each other in this time that we would not have been able to. So. But obviously there are things that you miss, and there's things that you are really looking forward to get back to doing. So you guys share being with people. Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely, it's not the same when you're not, with people. As you can tell, even though I'm not full screen here, like I am a little Italian, so I use my hands a lot, so I'm trying to keep them down. We're not hearing Cy whistle. So we were really lucky at Walnut Lane at one of our locations. We have a lot of volunteers that come in and out, and they just spend the day at the golf course. Like, that's the highlight of their day. And so, someone just mentioned it on Instagram that they miss hearing Cy whistle. So it's definitely weird. It's weird not seeing everyone. It's weird not hearing everyone's voice or hearing their jokes for the 100th time. But yeah, I think it's definitely miss meeting new people. Yeah, but you know what the great thing is that like once we get through this, like, meeting new people will literally be a whole different meaning to us. Like, we'll be able to appreciate it way different than what we were before. And I think my hope is we're persevering through this, and literally what we're going through and everything that's happening is you could use every single core value to describe how you feel about the situation, or how you're working through the situation, or, like I said, growing through the situation. And it's just going to give us a whole new meaning of appreciation when we are through this, and we realize, oh my gosh, I get to meet someone new, and it will be really cool. All right, we got 2 more questions. What is your, I think I answered that one already. And I think I answered this one too. Am I missing a question here? Oh, here we go. What is the first thing you'll do when the lockdown is lifted? What's the first thing that I'll do? Ooh, that's a tough one, because if you're allowed to, like, hug people and, like, high five people, I would definitely go and hug my parents and my nieces. Definitely go visit my nieces, because I miss them like crazy. I'm afraid that they're going to be teenagers by the time I see them again. But that's definitely one of the first things that I'm going to do is go visit them and go see them and give them all of my hugs. Because, that's definitely something that I miss out on being able to do. That's a great question. What shows am I watching now? So I'm actually not currently watching any shows right now. And that's because I did finish watching some shows. But I watched I think the morning show. I watched it on Apple TV. It was actually pretty good. It was a pretty good show. What about everybody else? What is everybody else watching? What kind of shows is everyone else watching? What are you looking forward to doing once this is lifted? I know some people will immediately say go play golf. Some people might say go to their favorite restaurant. What is everyone looking forward to? What would Coach Rebecca's first lesson plan focus on when we resume live classes? Well, I think that I've said it a couple times. I think it will definitely be about perseverance, and it will be about what, in this time of perseverance, what have you learned? Like, what have you learned about yourself? And I think one person that's watching this is Coach Anthony, and I think for Coach Anthony, I think you and I both have been asking all of the students, every single week that we see them, what's one thing that you're learning about yourself? What's one thing that you're learning in school? What's one thing that you're learning about your family or your siblings? We had a couple students tell us that, like, for the first time ever, they're getting along, and, like, that's great. There's no other time but the present to learn how to do all that stuff. Some people on Instagram said golf and restaurants. So someone's really looking forward to going to play golf and go to restaurants. Someone's looking forward to go to the beach. So, yeah, I mean, there will be so much. But let's make sure that we don't overload, when we're ready to go, just be mindful. Ooh, my leg's falling asleep. Just be mindful to not overload everything and make sure that we, ease back into it. Just like our classes, we'll probably be easing back into classes with class size and all that stuff. So, yes, I cannot wait to go to all my favorite restaurants. I picked up a lot of hobbies, piano, reading, and baking. Yeah, one of our students, one of our alumni. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I love that you picked up a piano. That's awesome. How did you pick that up? Like, what did you do? Kate, what did you do? And baking? Oh, that's awesome. I'm so impressed. That's so great. Someone's looking forward to going to a steakhouse over here on Facebook. So, all right. Well, if we don't have any other questions, I think that what we'll do is we'll sign off for today. And like I said, we're definitely looking forward to improving and enhancing. So any ideas that anyone might have or anyone had from watching this, like, please let us know. Send us a note, send us an email. We are around. We're here. We're constantly working. We meet every single day and talk about, what's going on and what we can do better. And this is typical of our staff all of the time. We're constantly meeting and trying to get things better. So it's not just because of this situation we're in. The only thing that's different about what we're doing right now is that we're doing it virtually and we're just not doing it in person. So sounds like I'm going to just give a shout out to our director of golf, Sean Ketchum. He probably will be the next person on our live. So we are looking forward to continuing this conversation. We're looking forward to hearing about what you're learning. We're looking forward to learning a year from now, looking back on this and learning about what we learned about each other and ourselves and all that. So be safe, stay well, and we will see everyone soon enough. So thanks so much for joining me today, and we'll talk soon. All right, everyone, bye.